Hey, lovely people, welcome to Internet Storytime with C. I am so glad you're here. On this channel, we dive into the juiciest internet story times, sharing relatable tales, wild experiences, and everything in between. So, grab a cuppa, get comfy, and let's get the story time started.
My son just opened the door and gave me a hug and said, "It's okay, Mom, it's not your fault." I don't normally post things like this, but I am absolutely humiliated. And I can't. I had to hold it together for the 15 or 20-minute drive home because I didn't want the kids to be, completely, upset. So I was invited to a 4th of July party the other day by my son's best friend's mother. And I thought it was possibly, a family party or just, a neighborhood party or something, because it's a road in the woods kind of thing where they're at the end, and then her mother and her uncle, and then a couple other houses. But I don't know anybody. I'm new to this area. I just moved 1,000 miles away to be here. And so I made an antipasto salad, this big gorgeous salad, and I asked, is there anything you want me to bring? Thank you so much. I was so gracious. I kept reiterating that. Thank you so much for inviting me. I don't know anybody here. And I get there and the kids get out and I grab the antipasto and I brought one beer with me because I was only going to drink one beer because I don't know, I have kids to drive home. Honestly, never been treated like this before. And I can't imagine having a party at your house and treating a guest like this, even if maybe it was a surprise. I don't know. So I walk into the house with my son's friend's mom, and I'm carrying the salad and I have my beer, and I just wanted to put the salad down and chat and introduce myself to everybody. And I guess the homeowner's name is Stasia, and her husband, I don't even know who he was. He walked by me kind of angry and ignored me, but I was trying to introduce myself to everybody. And her uncle, my son's friend's mom's uncle and mother were there, and they were the ones doing the fireworks, and they had 500 rounds. And I'm just chatting, not even 5 minutes in the door, and somebody walks in the house and is like, "Are you going to introduce yourself to somebody? It's really rude to walk into somebody's house and not introduce yourself." He's absolutely flipping out outside about some stranger. And I was so confused. I looked like a deer caught in headlights because I thought I was invited. And even the mother that invited me, she was like, "What in the world?" I mentioned that she was coming. Okay. So, and I was like, "I'm really sorry. I don't even know whose house this is." And the girl goes, "Exactly. You shouldn't be in here." And I was like, "Okay." So I walk outside, and when I get out on the porch, the girl Stasia I introduced myself to, it wouldn't even look at me. She turned herself looking away on the porch, and there's all these people just angrily looking at me and nasty. And one guy was like, "Welcome to the neighborhood. See you later." And I was like, "Okay." So I just dumped my beer out, and I was just I was totally distraught. And I've never been treated like that. I left the salad for them. It was probably a $40 salad. I used all the really nice Italian cut meats and all the vegetables from my yard. I just wanted to make a good impression. And this is why you don't make friends in your 30s, because people are so nasty. And I literally didn't mean to intrude. I thought I was I feel absolutely horrible because I ruined my kids' 4th of July. And I feel that was so unwarranted. I feel it was just so nasty the way I was treated, and the way that they just kind of gave a bunch of strangers just was standing on the porch looking at me I was this horrible piece of shit. Welcome to the neighborhood. See you later. Fuck you. That hurt. I'm shaking right now. If the camera's shaking, I don't even know how to. The mother felt so bad. She was like, "Please," she's like, "just follow me down to the driveway." And I took her kid with me because the kid wanted to come with me. I was like, "I'm not staying here." I was like, "I'm so sorry." I couldn't stop apologizing. And her mother, the kid's grandmother, came with her down, and they were "Just follow us down to the house." They gave me a whole garbage bag full of freaking fireworks, and we're like, "I'm so sorry. I can't believe you were treated like that." I told them I was just a deer caught in headlight. I didn't even know how to react. And they I was like, "You don't have to give me fireworks." And she's like, I can't believe you were treated like that." Oh, people are so nasty. So I know I don't look gorgeous today. My eyes are so swollen. I literally am allergic to my own tears. That's why I don't like crying. This is as much as I can get my eyes open right now. But with that being said, I want to thank everybody because I've been trying to get into the Creators Rewards program since I started on TikTok. And I've been on Facebook for about 10 years writing. And this really unfortunate incident pushed me into the above 10,000 followers, and I'm really thankful for that, and I'm so thankful for all the support you've all given me. I can't even begin to explain how much love I feel, and thank you, because I really needed it. I still haven't even talked to my best friend who's like 1,000 miles away. She's been working the casino track and stuff for the last week so that she can come down and visit. And I felt really alone, and you guys have all made me feel really special. So thank you, and I really appreciate you. I also know that you guys want to see an update of what the friend's mom said, so I'm gonna show you the screenshots of the text messages. It is what it is. I feel like it was a weird response, honestly. But it is what it is. One good thing out of it is I met all you guys.
It's not all true. It was not a party. You weren't coming to a party. You must have been misinformed. This was a cookout for the neighbors. Well, we realized that a strange lady that we have never seen before is walking into Jake and Stacia's house. So I do what anybody would do. I go in to see what's going on. I said, well, this is making Jake a little uncomfortable. He hasn't met you. Y'all haven't been introduced. Do you all care to come outside?
My husband is not a mean person. We are not mean people. Neither is my mother-in-law. We simply did not know who this person was that come into our house unannounced to not a party. Let's clarify. This was not a party. This was a get-together of people who knew each other, okay? And just because we didn't know her doesn't mean that she couldn't have stayed and hung out. We just didn't want her in our house, okay? And there's nothing wrong with that. So to you people that are getting on TikTok and all my social medias, first of all, or my husband's or my mother-in-law's, so forth, so on, and trying to bully us, I don't care. I really don't. Because you don't know the story. You weren't here. And for you to feel like you have to be behind the phone to bully somebody else that you don't even know about, that says a lot about you, not me. And one more thing. We did apologize. My husband did call her directly and apologize to her, and she didn't want to accept that answer, okay? She didn't want to accept that we were sorry, that we hurt her feelings. She wanted to get on TikTok and use it to her advantage and try to make us look like bad people and then have half the world or so forth, so on, hate us too to get into the rewards program? Seriously?
Who is this?
This is Jake.
This is who?
Jake.
Oh, okay. So I can barely hear you. You're like muffled. Okay. Hello, Jake.
Hey, nothing was meant yesterday by the way it sounded. The only reason I come into the house is because I didn't know who you was, and I feel like it would have been the same at your house. Like, you don't want to leave your house for somebody you don't know.
Let me interject for a second. It wouldn't have been that way. I don't treat people like that, and the way I was treated was completely irreparable. I'm sorry, but there is no excuse for the way that you spoke, or not you spoke to me, but the whole entire situation went down. I would never do that.
We just wanted you to come outside.
So why didn't you just say that, or why didn't you introduce yourself? You were literally in the kitchen. I didn't know whose house I was at. I was just coming to a party I was invited to with 2 small children.
I mean, I didn't know that. Nobody told me nothing about it.
But that's not true, because I just spoke to Samantha, and she just told me that you guys were 100% aware that I was coming.
She said you were coming to drop the kids off.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, I'm not trying to call nothing. I mean, I don't know why I'm waking up to death threats.
I spoke my truth. I write online. I actually have a big following on Facebook. Not too much on TikTok. It's a little bit bigger now. And I spoke my truth. I vented about being hurt about the situation, and I said exactly what happened. And that's it. And people found you guys.
But do you feel like that's...
Yes, I have every right. I have every right to speak my opinion and how I feel I was treated. Yes. Do I think that people should be attacking you? Absolutely not. I did not send anybody your way. I didn't even know your name until this morning when people found you. So, I mean, you can sit here and tell me that you can turn it around on me and act like I did something wrong, but I didn't.
I'm not turning around on nobody. I just called to say I'm sorry you got that the wrong way. Nobody wanted y'all to leave. I mean, we knew the kids...
Whoa. I'm going to time you out there right now, Bob. Because I'm going to say this, I'm Chris, by the way, and I'm going to say this right now. The way your mother came at my wife hot like that, just being a wretched human being, That's unacceptable. That is not very Christian-like behavior. And I'm going to tell you right now that no matter where I've ever been in my life, in every state that I've lived in, nobody treats anybody like that. That's unacceptable. It's just trash behavior.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
like I said, I'm sorry that you took that the wrong way.
Yeah. Yeah.
There was no
Thank
other way
you.
to take it.
There really was no other way to take it. And I hope you enjoyed your salad. And it was very unpleasant to meet you guys. Have a good weekend. I have so many tomatoes. I need to process a little batch of salsa or sauce or something. Y'all really came out for me. Thank you. I never been stood up like that before. Nobody's ever stood up for me like that. It's usually me just kind of sucking it up and taking my shot and kind of suppressing it. So I am so grateful for all the kind words. I can't message. Well, I can kind of message. It goes from letting me to not. I can't comment. I'm trying to make this video. I'm hoping that I can post it. Just let you know, I'm not ignoring you guys. I'm reading everything. It's coming in really fast, and I'm floored. I didn't expect people to stand up for me. So thank you.
Okay, and she doesn't know anyone, but her son becomes friends with this other boy, and this other boy's mom and the new mom, they become kind of friends. You know, they like each other, as women do, okay? This mom invites the new mom and her family to, like, a little cookout, little party that her other friend is having. Oh my God, how nice. That woman's like, we don't know anyone. That would be so nice. I'm going to bring a $40 salad. I'm going to make a beautiful salad to contribute to the party because I'm a grateful girl, you know? Great, oh my God. So they all arrive together at this party, okay? They walk in. Homegirl wants to put her salad down. That's a heavy salad. $40 is a hefty salad. She puts it down. She's introducing herself. She's chit-chatting to the people inside. A man walks past her and is, like, staring at her, mean-mugging her, and she's like, a little hostile, but whatever. And then after she's talking a little longer, this other woman comes inside and she goes, hey, my son, Jake, the owner of this house, doesn't know who you are. Like, why are you at our family party? This is just for friends and family. And she's like, well, I was invited by blah, blah, and blah, blah. Was like, you knew she was coming. Like, you knew she was going to be here. And she goes, well, I don't know. You know, everyone's upset because we don't know you. And the other lady is like, what? So she goes outside and all the family out there is like, yeah, you're a stranger. Like, we don't know you. We didn't know you were coming. And, like, makes, like, a big scene, makes this woman feel horrible about herself. She ends up crying, taking her kid with her. Her new friend and her family is there. They're like, we're so sorry. They knew you were coming. Like, we even sent a picture of your salad that you were going to bring, and they're acting like they don't know that you were going to come. And she was like, it's fine. I just want to leave. So she leaves, whatever. The husband, Jake, ends up calling her later and to apologize. There was no, I'm sorry. There was nothing. He was just, like, literally backpedaling and gaslighting her. And he was like, well, I just didn't know you were coming. I thought you were just dropping off your kids. No, you did know, Jake. And the wife even made a TikTok video being like, we're good people. My mother-in-law is a good person. The mother-in-law was going in on her too. You're not good people because you knew she was coming. If you didn't want a stranger that you didn't know in your house, you should have told your friend, like, hey, yeah, I'm sorry, it's just like a close family party. You didn't say any of that. Me personally, it was very normal going to a family party and seeing, like, strangers because my family was all about including anyone that didn't have a place to go because being alone on a holiday can be very isolating and be very lonely. So my family had an open door policy, so there was always strangers. Sometimes they came the next year, sometimes they didn't, but, like, who cares? Especially if they're friends with someone else and they're willing to contribute and bring food and, like, they're new to town. Why would you act like that? I don't know. I think that's disgusting. And then for them to, like, try to act like that wasn't something weird and that they were trying to say it was a cookout and not a party, it's the same fucking thing. There's a water slide, okay? You're telling me there's a water slide at a party and that's not a party? That's a party. So yeah, I feel horrible for this woman. I mean, she's gained a lot of followers on TikTok, me being one of them. So I'll tag her because I think everyone should follow her because how awful to move into a new town and now they're, like, saying they're a big deal in this town and that she better watch her back. Like, are you kidding me? Next year she's coming to my house for 4th of July because that's crazy. You guys know I live for small town gossip. I love the drama of it all.
Okay, now that we're all up to date on the horrible Hicks, that's my little cute name I'm using for them now, I want to talk about this comment right here. When Jake Hicks called our anti-pasto queen herself, one of the things he said, like him not knowing she was going to come, he said, well, I just thought you were dropping off your kids. In what world in 2025 do mothers just drop their children off at strangers' house? I'm sorry, I'm not a mom, dog mom, but I know that a good mom would never do that. I just think that is crazy for him to say, and I really do think that the only reason he called in the first place was because he didn't know that she had this platform and that it was going to go so viral. Like, otherwise they wouldn't have done anything about it. They really wouldn't. I really think they only called because it got so viral and people are hating on them and they are trying to cover their own ass. Also, does anyone know if, like, the woman she came with, if they just, like, stayed with that family and they just kicked it for the rest of the day. Because if it was me and I brought a friend with me and that is the way they treated, I'd be out of there. And I'm just really curious if they stayed and continued to, you know, have a party that's not a party with these people, because I would have been out of there, honestly.
And that's all, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and hit the subscribe button for more juicy stories.